So you are now floating out into the bay, and the librarian says, we have to get to the fortress. We have to get to the fortress.
Tell us why.
God damn it!
Or we are not smart.
Matter. We gotta get there. No, we
What do you want of me? Plot revelation?
It's the only way.
I am curious.
It's the only way to save the town. We have to use the orb.
Abraheem just grabs the 2 oars that are in the boat and throws them at his 2 friends, takes his shovel, and just starts paddling with his shovel.
Okay. All right. So we're going to
We're librarian. To paddle, you speak of saving the town. You've just done the opposite, my friend.
No, the only way to save the town is with the orb. So, Abraheem, you need to do an education check, difficulty 1, to row the boat.
Can I take a brief moment to say, fuck yeah.
Abraham is able to row the boat with his shovel.
You do get an experience in education.
Oh yeah, that's
There are not many cooler ways to get experience than to row a boat with a shovel.
on this day, Abraheem had with him his finest shovel. For it was a Tuesday.
It gleamed
and Tuesday was
the
day that he used his finest shovel.
You wouldn't know a fine shovel if it hit you over the head.
Right, Mars.
Good grief. So we're riding in the boat while Abraheem rows. He threw an oar at me, but I don't really catch things. I'm going to have to look back at Tilverton and spend this time on the rowboat singing the dirge of the dwarves, which goes something like, oh, because all the innocence. This librarian is making me sick with his tactics.
So the librarian places his hand on your shoulder.
I'm going to have to glare at him.
The librarian places his hand on your shoulder and says, "Do not worry, my friend. They will be avenged by our actions."
The worrying is for humans. I'm singing to send their souls to the great feast.
Sing your song, dwarf, for we shall soon.
I was until you interrupted me. Back to your ivory box, you pin in a grenade.
Sing a song of glaring.
Okay. So you are now rowing out into the bay. I assume that you want to go towards the fortress, but you can make any other decision that you like.
Hell no, I'm not rowing.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the other people.
I'm rowing.
Okay,
I'm rowing for 2.
I see Abraheem rowing, and the boat's kind of going in a weird way because you got to have 2 oars, right? So we're not going anywhere right now. So I grab the other oar and I'm like trying to correct as well. I mean, I'm not a fisherman. I've never really been in a boat, and I'm just kind of doing the best I kind of know how, which is not great.
Education difficulty 1.
No wonder she spat you out. You can't even row a boat.
But I did make
it. So you get 1 education experience, and you right the boat so the boat stops going in circles and starts heading towards the island.
Well done, Pivell.
And I'm like, well, while we have some time, I should tell you the story of my mother when she defeated the horde of orcs by herself. She could have defeated that all by herself.
Mm.
And the librarian
says your mother.
The librarian says to you,
like 100 times already.
The librarian says to you, what was your mother's name?
Like, you're not even sure you believe me that I had like a famous mother who like had me and just spat me out and just left me at this peasant hovel and went back to adventuring like almost immediately.
So just like the librarian asks you, what was your mother's name?
Gloria Maximus.
Oh, I've heard tales of the Maximus journeys across the Southlands.
Yes, she is so famous. I am her son.
Oh,
I don't have her last name.
Shakes your hands. I heard all about the tale of the one-eyed colossus that she slayed in Victorian.
Oh, I've heard that many times, many times. I've told it to these guys many times.
We've all heard it many times.
The one
I have never heard the story.
A metaphor for their outdated corn farming practices.
But unfortunately, we do not have time for tales, as we must head towards the fortress. And he sort of stands on the front of the boat with his hand out. For we must place the orb. And as he's standing there, a crocodile comes out, grabs his arm, and pulls him down off the boat.
Holy
into the water.
shit! Oh my God, there's crocodiles! Sweet Jesus!
All right, Mars, I say you're the only one not holding something, so why don't you try to grab this fool and pull him back out of the water?
The crocodile grabbed the librarian?
Jumped out of the water, grabbed his arm, and basically took him under with it.
Are we still in like an order of turns here, or
Well,
are we free to react?
It is Mars's turn.
Okay.
And what of the ivory box?
You guys have the ivory boxes in the bottom of the boat.
Oh, he doesn't have it in his hands.
No.
Yeah, that would be a bit.
Oh, he's already gone. I didn't like that NPC anyway. Meta.
Mars, now we don't know what to do with this thing.
Abraheem is definitely going to try to hit this alligator over the head with a shovel as the dwarf starts singing like a dirge.
So, Pivell, it is your turn.
Oh, right. I'm on the other side of the boat, so I can't do anything. I'm just like, what? I'm just yelling at Mars. Mars, grab him. We don't know what to do without this guy. I don't know what to do with this box.
So, Abraheem, you are on the side where he was pulled down. It's your turn.
Is he already like underwater, gone?
There's bubbles.
Okay, it might be dirge time.
Okay. So you said there was a box of like fishing.
The top of the man comes up. You can see that he has lost his forearm and his other arm has gone into the boat like this. And he's like, oh my God, what the? And he's starting to pull back and and he rips an amulet off of his neck and just thrusts it into the base of the boat as he's pulled underneath the water, and a big plume of bloody bubbles appears.
And so there's an amulet that's now in the bottom of the...
Correct.
On the floor of the boat?
Correct.
Okay, well, Abraheem is still, like, he doesn't quite notice that, and he just takes his shovel, and he just slams it into the water, like, on the edge, just trying to connect with this alligator or crocodile or whatever it is with all his strength.
Okay. So you connect with the water, but you fail to connect with the crocodile. All right. So you are continuing towards the island. All seems bleak.
Could I tend to some wounds?
Yeah. So we'll consider this a quick rest. Sorry, we'll consider this a short rest.
Let me just fix this broken finger. There we go. Ogres always go for the fingers.
You must roll to heal one of your injuries. So the difficulty is 2, and you use a Constitution roll.
Yeah, finally 2d4 going for a 1. Here we go.
So you
come on, dwarven
you
Constitution.
gain an injury back, so you're only at 1 injury.
Ah, I got it.
All right.
Yes.
Nice.
So you are now only at 1 injury.
1 injury. I gotta say, Gareth, I love the rarity of success makes success feel fucking awesome.
So, Pivell, it is your turn. Do you want to do an action, or do you want to do an attention?
I'll do attention.
Okay, so do you want to look out? Do you want to listen out? Do you want to smell out? Do you want to taste out?
Well, after what happened with the librarian, which is pretty unsettling.
Take a drink. Keep your arms inside the car.
I'm very attentive and nervous after what happened with the librarian and the crocodile who ate him in front of us.
Okay. You are also rowing, so you don't get as much of a bonus to attention, but you get 1 extra dice. So
Okay,
you
cool.
do a senses check with that extra dice, and the difficulty is
the
2.
census? Okay, 2. Gotcha. Okay, got it.
All right.
Hey.
So you do see the eyes of crocodiles at various points glinting off the moonlight as you are rowing through the dark waters of this bay. And so you are directing people as to not to go to certain directions because there are obviously crocodiles there, and you're able to see where all of them are. All right.
Okay, Abraheem feels something bump his back, and it's me sliding on the seat as far away from the edge of the boat as I can possibly get.
All right, Abraheem. So
like we're virtually back to back.
It's a little bit awkward.
Well, we are. Not virtually, we are.
It's a very small boat.
Right. So we keep kind of nudging each other. Like I imagine that he nudges me over a little bit, and then like I nudge him over a little bit, and then he nudges me.
Fighting for the exact center.
Fighting
of the
for the
boat.
most room to the edge of the boat, right?
All right. So Abraheem.
And still paddle.
So Abraheem, as he's rowing, he eyes this amulet that's fallen on the floor of the boat here, and you see him kind of like take one hand off and starts kind of rowing with one hand, and he reaches out and he grabs this amulet and picks it up to take a look at it to see if he recognizes anything about it.
Okay.
Having seen many dead people wearing much jewelry.
Okay.
In his
So
days.
it will be difficulty 3.
Oh, that's high.
So
Okay, so that's
So
that's
are
D6. Yeah. Okay.
Garrett has been waiting weeks to just tell somebody that's difficulty 3.
wait till I pull out the 6s, bro.
So it is difficulty 3. What of what is it?
Education.
What's the
Sorry.
education?
So it's 2 6s.
So that's a
Okay,
1d6. Oh gosh.
Yeah, well, I'm going to. So I can spend a token to reduce that to a
2.
difficulty of 2 or
Yeah.
2.
If you want, you can make it a difficulty of 4. You can go the other way.
But can I not also spend a token to make my roll a 1?
If you
After I
roll
roll?
a 2. If you roll a 2.
If you roll a 2,
If
yeah.
I roll
yeah.
a 2,
Yeah.
The mouse guard dice make it really simple because they're fail and succeed.
Oh, are they? That's
Same
cool.
if you're using fate dice.
okay.
Oh,
So
right.
I'm
Right. I didn't even think about the fate dice, right?
I'm going to spend a token to reduce the difficulty to 2.
Okay.
Good
And
move.
so now I can spend another one. Is that correct? I have to do something different.
Correct.
So I can turn this one into a 1,
Correct.
right?
If it's a 2,
Oh, cool.
yes.
Yeah.
I will do that.
Okay. So you recognize this emblem. You have buried many educated men, of old age and young in the graveyard of Tilverton. And you remember, sitting outside the tavern during one of their wakes as they discussed the power of the orb and the amulet that unlocks the weapon.
Oh,
The weapon.
The weapon.
the weapon.
Not one of these things. Oh.
Abraheem just plays it cool. She just plays it cool, like, yeah, I'm just gonna hold on to this.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's
No big
the
deal.
Canadian
No big
way.
deal. And he's just gonna keep rowing.
All right. Okay, so you reach the base of the cliffs that rise out of the dark waters in the bay, and you know from having lived in this area that these cliffs are, the whole island is just cliffs, and the fortress sits on top of it. Mars.
Must be dwarven stonework.
It is dwarven.
Well, if I know how they build these island fortresses, there's always at least 1 or 2 aquatic entrances. So, my goodness.
Do you really want to go in the water, Mars?
No, never. There are things that swim better than me. They're called rocks. So I need to, I think I'll do it. Can I do a mental on where would it had to be dwarven slaves who did the stonework for this fortress. Otherwise, they never would have accomplished this on an island. And to it, maybe where we could find a landing tunnel for a boat such as ours.
So do a mental check, difficulty 2.
Nice. Okay, 2d4, going for a 1. They're both metal, so it matters. Come on! I got one. 1 and a 3.
Okay, great.
Nice.
So yes, you remember your grandfather talking to you about the times when the fortress was built by your family members, and that's why your family lived in Tilverton to begin with.
That's a touching explanation.
You remember tales of an obfuscated entrance where if you pass at a certain angle, you can see into an opening cave, but only from certain angles. So from out in the bay, it looks like one cliff face, but if you're close, you can kind of row in behind this little section.
The Dwarven Way.
The Dwarven Way. Okay, Pivell.
So, did we all see Abraheem like grab the amulet?
You can do a senses check.
Okay.
That's a good question, Scotty. Goddamn.
Difficulty equal to Abraheem's level.
Abraheem was not trying to hide grabbing it. He was just trying to hide his recognition of it.
Okay. So then we'll do it's against his emotion, so it will be 1. Difficulty 1.
Okay.
He tried to pull a Natalie Portman when he had the realization.
Okay, I got it.
Nice.
So when I saw him grab it, I know that, Abraheem is not good with hiding things. Like when he has an idea or something, it shows on his face. Like he's like, oh, I got an idea in my head. He's like totally shows on his face, right? And I can read him like a book, right? So I'm going to backtrack in time a little bit. We were in the boat, and when he grabs it and he's like, oh, I know what it is. I want to read his face to see if he's kind of recognized it or something.
Yeah,
whatever.
so you did the check, right? Were you successful or not successful? Yeah. So
he was successful.
You know that he's recognized this amulet.
Okay. Abraheem had kind of looked at it and went.
And Pivell's like.
Noted. Okay, right.
He recognizes this face from many games of cards.
Right, he's a horrible poker player. Okay, back to the island.
All right, so Abraheem.
So we're headed towards this entrance here, but. So he has just picked up this amulet and kind of looked at it, and he looks around at his friends.
It is Halloween after all, Charlie Brown.
Did he tuck it under his clothes?
No, he had a little too much pride. His stupidity was he wanted you to kind of see that he had it.
Oh, gotcha.
And just to see if anybody would question it. He was just like a 2-year-old trying to get away with it, when they're trying to touching something they're not supposed to.
Do a senses check. Difficulty 1.
I love this DM.
No.
You failed the put on necklace roll?
All right. So you are assisting with the rowing towards where we assume that this inlet is located. So we're back to Mars. Mars, you can do a
waiting
census
on a
check.
boat is not something that dwarves are particularly fond of.
You can do a census check. The difficulty is 2.
Yeah, I would like to know how long I have to stand here.
The difficulty is 2.
Difficulty 2?
Yeah.
So D4 on census, and I don't have a bonus. Here we go. I made it. 1.
Okay.
Oh my God! With a plastic dice. There, it's right that one. You see it?
Yeah. All
yes.
Right. So you hear above you.
How long do I have to put up with this nautical? Oh Jesus!
And across the moonlight, you see the large, formidable but recognizable wings of a buzzard.
Oh.
Stop rowing, Abraheem.
Well, don't we
Stop
want to get off
rowing.
this boat? Don't we want to get off this boat?
The harbinger of our enemy has come.
They're just buzzards.
So are we kind of in D&D land where sensing, you can still do something after you sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's like perception plus action, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. It doesn't take any action to perceive something.
How far is the buzzard?
They are about halfway up the cliff.
It's not that far. Can a stick be thrown that far?
Yeah, you would probably be able to make it, yes.
I am going to try to drop the buzzard.
Okay.
Because it was them. They brought this upon our town. Damn buzzards. They took my mother.
They don't cause everything, Mars.
While Pivell was being spat out, I was watching my mother be carried into the sky by buzzard.
No one believes that story. Now,
Not
my
anymore.
story is true. Yours isn't.
It's only ever true the first time you tell it.
The epistemology of our backgrounds remains to be determined.
All right. So
But for now, I'll throw a stick at this damn bird.
Okay. So you are doing essentially a surprise attack against the bird. You just happen to have a stick about your person in your feed bag for some reason.
Well, there's an extra oar. There's an extra oar
There's an
because I'm
extra
using
oar.
my
You
shovel
can
still.
you can use an oar if you like.
Oh, yeah,
Thanks
that's
for
right.
Thanks for the convenient telepathy. I will indeed use the oar as a javelin.
All right. So
That means fin side on the back.
okay. So you need to work out your combat advantage. So you start with a 1 because you're ready and able to attack. You have surprise,
I have
which
surprise.
gives you another 2. The opponent is unarmed, gives you 4. Ranged advantage, he will be in close range, so that's 6 D4s. And
Awesome.
favorite
I had
enemy.
five. I had
Sorry.
5 ready.
Favorite enemy.
Oh,
makes
favorite
it
enemy,
7.
right, right.
So you roll D2s.
Oh, sweet. 6 D2s. Yeah, I got
You
this.
can't possibly miss that, right?
No, you roll
Even
one
if I was rolling
D2.
64s, I totally hit it.
You roll 1d2.
1d2?
Yep.
Okay, I'll roll the big one then. It's a 1.
Oh,
So you hit the buzzard, and the oar drops down into the water. There's like a few feathers come floating down, and the buzzard is now angered and flying towards your position. So in initiative,
Good.
The initiative is everyone. Each one of you is 1, and the buzzard is 3. So the buzzard goes first. So the buzzard is attacking. So the buzzard chooses to attack, and I'm rolling for this. It chooses to attack Mars.
You're damn right. If it weren't for these damn buzzards, those orcs would have never known where to attack.
So the buzzard will start. I'll just so that for completeness, just for completeness, so that you can understand how the advantage system works. I'll just tell you what the buzzard is getting. So he has 1 for base. He gets 1 for higher ground because he's attacking from above. So it is a 2. So it rolls d12s. Now a buzzard.
Oh man, this buzzard sucks.
A buzzard has a weapon proficiency of 3 in its claw attack and 4 in its beak. So it's going to attack with its beak.
So that means 3 12s and 4 12s, right, Gareth?
4 12s plus the base 12 as well. So 5 12s.
Awesome.
And
it makes a ton of detailed statistical sense.
So it swoops through past you and you manage to dodge out of the way as it flies back up into the sky. Okay.
It's trying to nest in my hair.
So you all at the same initiative. So you can choose who goes first and you can choose the order in which you go. If you can't make a decision, then we roll it off.
Well, Mars, since you were the one that dived at it, why don't you go first?
Oh my gosh. Well, it flew back up, right?
Yeah, it's just gone past you, yep.
I think as far as honor concerned, I've counted coup on that buzzard.
So Mars will go first, who will go second?
Abraheem has his shovel ready.
Yeah, go with the shovel.
Okay, so it's Mars, then Abraheem, and then Pivell. Mars, you get an attack. So the bird has flown past you, so you can actually attack it from behind. So you have a base of 1. You get rear attack known because it knows of your position. So that's 3. That makes 4. It's unarmed because it has no weapons. So that's 5. You have favorite enemy. It's 6. So you get to roll a d4.
Here we go. It is a 4.
Okay.
I suck.
So you don't even hit its tail feathers.
Overtaken by rage.
So Abraheem, it's now your turn.
Don't rock the boat.
So essentially,
is this thing?
Essentially, you get the same score, but you don't get the favorite enemy. So you drop to 5, which is d6s.
Okay. So and this thing is still close enough that I can try to hit it with my shovel, like in melee. So I'm just rolling 1d6.
Correct.
For 1 then.
Yep.
I have in any campaign I've seen someone hit a buzzard with a shovel.
No, not this time because it's winning.
Sorry, you broke up. What did you say?
Abraham swings and gets nothing but tail feathers.
All right, and Pivell. So you.
Okay, I'm starting to get worried.
Actually, you need to re-roll that, Jeremy. I made a mistake because you will actually get 1 for an ally because Brandon attacked it before you. So you will actually be rolling d4s and not d6s. You re-roll with d4s. The reason you're re-rolling is I made a mistake with the advantages because you get 1 ally from the fact that Brandon attacked before you did. So you get an ally advantage.
Right.
Which changes the d6.
Okay, so that's changing it to a d4 then.
Correct, yeah.
Not even close. 4. The 4.
Okay.
That whole thing was so you would win.
So, Scotty, you now get...
It's a shovel and a bird. Have you ever seen anybody successfully hit a shovel?
Okay.
And you still haven't.
So, Scotty, you are the same score except you get an extra 1 because now 2 people have attacked before you. So you have 2 allies. So you go down to D2s.
Because these guys are jumping around the boat, assume standing up and this thing, right? And so what's the boat doing? Is it in danger of capsizing, or are we okay?
It's starting to rock a little bit, but it's okay at this point.
Okay, so it's okay. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna swing the oar at it.
Okay. So you roll
one
D2s.
of my friends.
Roll D2s. You only have one.
1d2. All right. Hit.
Now, one of the things you can
My
do...
Mother Maximus.
One of the things you can do with story value is you can actually say, I want that to be a critical. So whenever you succeed, you can say, I want that to be a critical success. So you spend a story value token, and then something much better happens.
Spend a story point, get a crit.
Okay.
All right, so we'll see. So
my goodness,
when
I absolutely love this adventure.
When you succeed, you can choose to spend a story value point. Okay, did you get that?
I did, yeah.
And then you get an automatic critical, and that is then something more spectacular happens.
Okay, so it's more like, could I kill the bird with just hitting it? Or do I
it depends on how many injuries the bird has. You know,
I see.
I kind of make a decision on the fly, but it is way cooler.
It is cool. It is cool. Okay, what the heck? I'll spend a story token because I want to see what happens.
Okay. So normally you would cause one injury, right?
Uh-huh.
But you give the almightiest friggin' swing on the back of this buzzard, and it's and it's just a huge plume of feathers as you do 3 injuries to this thing, and it careens into the water. All right. Now it's flapping around in the water.
Still alive, boys.
Did you get all of that or not?
It's still alive, boys. Boys.
Sorry, did you get all of that?
But it's in the ocean. What harm can it do?
Kill it!
All right. So it's now its turn. So because it's got 3 injuries, it has to do an emotion check. So the emotion.
I love watching buzzards make emotion checks as they plunge into the ocean.
So a buzzard has an emotion score of 0, so it rolls 1 dice, and the difficulty is equal to its injuries, which is 3. So that is D6s. So the buzzard is now flapping away, trying to get out of the water, and he's moving very rapidly away from your position.
Still the bird slayer.
You have successfully dispatched of the buzzard. Oh, nice rolling trade.
Thank you.
Well done, Pivell.
So you are now maneuvering.
Mother Maximus is in me. My career has started.
You are now maneuvering into the very narrow, it's basically just wide enough for you to fit your oars and your shovel into the water to row down into this cave. And as you emerge inside the cave, there's a small little jetty and a rickety old boat in the jetty. And you see a stairway up to a portcullis.